Hello writers, come write with me. My name is Mykela Greenwood. I create worlds for mind adventures. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Write with Mykela. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you can go on this journey with me. Today is Tuesday, and on Tuesdays we discuss literary jargon or have a writing prompt. We have briefly discussed so far adjectives and adverbs. Excuse me, but we haven't defined them. So that is where we will start today. Don't worry, like always, there will not be any test. An adjective is simply something that describes or modifies a noun. It can be a word or phrase. Well, I didn't want this to be an English class, but let's look at a noun. A noun is simply a person, place, thing, or idea. A dog is a noun. A tree, Bob, Houston, or Earth. Those are all nouns. So let's look at some adjectives with those. A big dog, a tall tree, lazy Bob, busy Houston. Earth is the third planet. Okay. Now most of those adjectives came before the noun, but the last example it didn't. English teachers, we're not looking for A students here. We're having fun. So if this isn't your degree of preciseness, remember, I'm not giving tests. I just want my writers to have ideas. Writers, you can imagine that without adjectives, your writing would be pretty plain and boring. Now, for adverbs. Adverbs are words or phrases that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or other adverb, or a word group, which informs about an action or a quality like how, where, when, in what way, to what extent, etc. Or in other words, it expresses a relation of place, time, circumstance, manner, cause, degree, etc. In this sentence, the exhausted runner still ran quickly. Exhausted describes our noun and is our adjective. And quickly tells you how the runner ran. So how the runner ran. It qualifies the running. So quickly is our adverb. Let's take all the extra stuff out of that sentence. You have the runner ran. That's not an exciting sentence. Like I said, writers, there is no test. I want you to have fun and make your writing exciting. Our writing prompt today is for you to pretend you are a TV news anchor. You will pick something simple like the runner ran, but you need two nouns, like the runner and the new AI robot. Then we will write two scenarios. In the first one, pretend you are a news station that is pro your first noun. In the example I gave, it would be your human runner. So you're pro human runner. And the second scenario, pretend you're a news station that is pro your second noun. So pro the AI robot. So this is an example, or that is an example of two nouns. You can pick whichever two you want. In my writing, I'm going to write about a cat and a dog from a news station that is cat loving for the first one and dog loving for the second one. Then what you're doing is you're going to add adjectives and adverbs and create a scene that leans one way or leans the other. So the second one will lean the other way. So we're going to use different adjectives and adverbs in the two different scenes to describe things. So if you were talking about the human runner, then you could be talking about how brave he is, or how, he is enduring the race. The AI robot would be kind of, he's precise, there's no exhaustion, there's just precision, that kind of thing. So which one would you favor if you were the news anchor? Now, like I said, you don't need to do the human and the robot. You can do the cat and the dog, but I'm doing those, so you may not want to do those, so you can hear something different. And so you lean one way, and then you lean the other. I hope that makes sense. Let's write. Welcome back, writers. Now, I will read what I wrote. The first news station is a cat lover's station. Hello, viewers. Thank you for tuning in. We have some near disastrous news for you today that will make your hearts cry out with sorrow and injustice. One of our reporters was near downtown when he spotted a scrawny kitten that looked hurt and had patches of fur missing. The poor little thing was limping across the road when suddenly an overly large, vicious dog rushed to it and started tearing it apart. Thankfully, the dog left the kitten and ran away when a man yelled at it. The kitten is in critical condition right now and may not make it until tomorrow. Send your thoughts and donations to the shelter and beware of large, vicious dogs. Dogs can be such a nuisance, but in this case, they can be deadly. Hopefully, because of the man, this cuddly kitten will have a chance at a happy life. Okay, writers, I'm sure you have heard news stories with that level of drama, or probably even more so. Now, let's look at how the Dog Lovers news station reports the same story. Hello, viewers. Thanks for tuning in. We have a wonderful story today that will make your hearts melt with joy. One of our reporters just happened to be downtown when he spotted a small, near newborn kitten trying to make its way across the street. Suddenly, the reporter saw a car coming and he didn't know what to do. But a heroic dog bounded in front of the car, scooped up the poor kitten by the scruff of its neck, and got it across the street safely. Our reporter took it to the shelter, and someone adopted the kitten today, thanks to the kind-hearted dog. Stay tuned, and we will show you pictures of this hero wearing fur. Isn't it wonderful that this brave dog rescued an animal it didn't even know? Dogs are such wonderful friends. Okay, writers. Well, I don't know if you are a dog lover or a cat lover or if you like animals at all. I will say that the basic story is a small cat or kitten was crossing the street and a dog was crossing the street. But that's not interesting, and it doesn't improve the ratings of our news station. So the news station has to add amazing or adrenaline-filled adjectives and adverbs to get the viewers to the edge of their seat. Needless to say, I try not to watch too much news because pulling out the basic story is hard or near impossible. But as a creative writer, putting all that stuff in is all the fun. So that's why we're talking about it today. So we're going to create exciting, adrenaline-filled stories for our readers. Leave a comment below on which animal you prefer if you like animals. If you want to share your two newscaster scenarios, then send them to WritewithMykela@gmail.com, and that will show up on the screen at the end if you need it spelled. I would love to read your scenes. Also, comment below if you have any of your adjectives or adverbs, if you used any with alliteration as well. Above, I had a cuddly kitten. And I had a car coming. which the second one is a subject or noun and a verb, but still the alliteration is there. Now, I'm sure your scenarios were different, and that's okay. It's also okay if you had a harder time with one scenario than you did with the other one. We've briefly talked about perspectives. You look at it from one way, then you look at it from the other way. One perspective today was for cat lovers, and the other perspective was for dog lovers. Now, one thing I didn't do was have the dog lover hate cats. But the cat lovers in my scenes certainly did. So that's a nuance of the perspective. All cat lovers don't hate dogs, and all dog lovers don't necessarily like cats. I will do another video soon on perspective so that we can get more of the nuance and kind of understand the perspective a little bit more, because you know, you don't want to limit yourself to just a few perspectives when you're writing a story. You want to have a different perspective for all your characters. So, if you need a little more fun before Friday, you can visit my website and read character bios. I have bios for most of my characters in Mykela 1, White Witch Pending, and a few from Operatives, and a few from City of the Ancients. Go to www.bymykela.com. The BY is spelled B-Y, and my name is spelled M-Y-K-E-L-A. That's also going to be posted at the end of the video. If you're enjoying reading bios, leave that in the comments as well. If you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification, then we will continue to write together. I will see you on Friday, where it is story time, and I will read Chapter 15, City of the Ancients, Turmoil in Ulterarium. Also, I will see you Tuesday for more writing jargon and or another writing prompt. We will enjoy writing together. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your participation. If you know someone who would like this video, then please share it with them. This is Mykela with Write with Mykela. Bye for now.